Hello, hello. Welcome to this episode of the Rogers Radio Podcast. I am your host, Alyssa Rogers. And today we are in Danville, Virginia at Design to a T with Tyler. I mean, how amazing is this kitchen
Thank you.
that we are sitting in?
Yes.
I cannot wait to hear all of the things that you're doing.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here and talk about it and spread the word,
Yes, because it really is an amazing service that we have right here in our local community. And I mean, how many of you watching and listening have decided that you want to redesign your kitchen or bathroom and you have no idea where to start, or you go to Pinterest and you see all of these amazing designs and you're like, wow, how do I get that done in my kitchen or bathroom? Well, we're right here today.
Yes.
You can make it happen. So I want to kind of talk to you about this journey that you've been on and kind of all the services that you offer, because I mean, this is a high class kitchen that can be brought to many people's homes.
Absolutely.
And within reach. So first, take us through kind of your journey to starting Design to a T.
Okay, so when I very first started, I went to Virginia Tech. I have a bachelor's degree in residential environments and design. So basically a fancy way of saying kitchen and bath interior design. They had very different things. You could do a lot of different design processes. And then that way you can kind of just pick which route you want to go. So I went the residential design route. From there, I worked in Greensboro with a cabinet designer for 3 years and just basically decided there's nothing in my hometown. Tired of driving an hour to work both ways, and just wanted to kind of help the local community better. So here came Design to a T. We started in May of 2022 and worked out of our house for a little bit, and then October of 2023 we opened up the showroom here in Broswell. So here we are.
Coming up on your 1-year anniversary.
Yes, I know
here.
It's hard to believe, but exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so exciting, and it's such a welcoming environment that you have here.
Thank you.
And I mean, your work speaks for itself. It's amazing.
Thank you.
And what you're able to put together. So I kind of want to, you started this up, and you came in here about a year ago. And what did you decide? What did you want it to look like when you walked in here? Because you mentioned that when you walked in.
So I know you mentioned Pinterest, and as a designer, it's almost a nightmare sometimes when people come to you with 100 different ideas and they're like, I like these, and none of them look anything alike. So you're kind of struggling to see like, okay, what's the common ground in all of these things? So as much as I don't want to say hate, but as much as I dislike Pinterest on some jobs, I was on Pinterest trying to see like, okay, what are the options? I have limited space. I've got 1,200 square foot in here, but only the front 600 is the showroom technically. So trying to make the best use without it being overcrowded, trying to keep it clean, light, airy, and probably won't be here forever too. So wanting to make it something that's not too set in stone for the moment to see where life takes us. But the goal was to have a kitchen display exactly like we have here of some sort when I first started, and just kind of have pull-outs and just things that people can touch, feel, see, all the things. And over there we've got a bunch of like samples and things that people can sort through to get all of that. Cabinet samples, countertop samples, just so people can come in here, see, feel everything, put it all together, and then we work into like 3D renderings and put everything together. So you kind of see like all parts of it as you're picking pieces from here and there. You kind of see, okay, this is what it looks like cohesively. And that's the goal, is people to come here. It's very overwhelming. So I'm here to kind of help you, guide you through the process, make appointments, go with you on them, and just kind of walk with you through it. So it's like our project, not like you're doing it by yourself, essentially.
Oh my gosh, I needed you about a year ago. Because how many of you that are watching and listening have, said, okay, I'm going to do this project. And then they go and they find this color here, this sample here, but you have no idea how it's going to come together.
Yes.
And you go to these stores and they give you like a sample like this big.
Yes, exactly what you're talking about.
I'm supposed to know exactly what this looks like spread across my entire room.
Yes.
I cannot tell you how many paint colors I've gone through, how many times I've had to have people kind of do something and tear it down and restart because my vision wasn't coming together.
Yes.
So this takes all of that out. The 3D rendering
100%, yeah.
is everything. So how cool is that?
Yeah, even for me, I always tell people, I'm like, I do this every day, but sometimes I'm like, oh, I love this. This is going to look great. And then you put it into their space in the model and you're like, actually, this does not look like I thought it would. And it's wonderful to know this on the front end before, one, you purchase it, two, it gets installed and you hate it. And then there's all that money that you spent to not love your new space. So we want to make sure you love it. Our tagline is transforming spaces you live into spaces you love. So we're really trying to make it a homey feel and not just like a house that people are residing in.
I know, because sometimes you can tend to design something, not you, but people out there can tend to design something and it's not usable.
Yes.
So you can help them really get a space where they can use, but it's also very appealing.
Yes. Our goal is to make it aesthetic, but also functional. So we've got several different pullouts, accessories, things that we can add to make it more functional for people instead of just putting a bunch of cabinet boxes in your home. And it's like, yeah, it's beautiful, but how does it work for you? So that's very important through our process.
And so what can you tell everyone right now, because you're up on the trends and everything, and I'm always interested in this because what's trending right now may not go over to the next year or 2 years. So what advice do you give people when they see a trend happening?
Yes. So I'm all about the trends. I mean, you want to stay on the bandwagon. You don't want to stay in the 2000s forever, but you also don't want to have to redo your kitchen every 5 to 10 years or so, unless you're just, I don't know, the best client ever. Just keep calling me every 5 to 10 years. But the goal is kind of everything is slowly moving towards warmer colors, which is not what we've seen. We've seen lots of bright whites, lots of grays, lots of countertops that have big swoopy white and gray veining. So it's very cold in a way. I'm seeing things slowly transforming. The wood tones are coming back. The stains are coming back. We've got lots of like, not creams, but like slightly off-white just to kind of cozy up the space a little bit. It makes it seem cozy is really the word I like to use. It feels like, okay, I live here, this is comfortable, and it's not just this sterile, stark white space.
And so when people decide that they're going to redo their kitchen or bathroom, I mean, those are spaces that you live in a lot, you spend a lot of time in. So how do you coach your clients through what to expect when that is happening?
Yes. So if it's a new home, it's not as crazy because you're not living through the chaos. But I always tell people, it's like, I want to be out of your house as much as you want me out of your house. By the end of the project, we love each other, but you hired me for a reason and you're ready to see this thing come to life so you can enjoy it. So that's really the goal, is to, and depending what contractor you use, that kind of gears how long things take, the process, things like that. But the goal is to just kind of get you in and out and help you love it and not want to move out of your house throughout the process.
So the cool thing about this is, you know, I've done so many projects to where I have a contractor and I'm kind of going through and I'm telling him what we want. And then we're having to go to these stores and pick out things. It gets overwhelming. You're going after work. You may not find what you want, but you're just picking it out because you have to get it done.
Yes.
So with you, we can come. You can design the whole thing and then bring the plans to the contractor.
Yes. So we always say, like, I can do as much or as little as people want help with. So I can help you, of course, cabinetry, countertops, that's my forte. That's what I do all day long. But if people want other assistance as far as like lighting, flooring, backsplash tile, there's so many selections that go into a project like this. It's nice to kind of have it as a one-stop shop essentially. And even if everything isn't physically here, I'll walk with you to these appointments, pick everything out. And for some local builders, I've started putting together like a binder of all the selections. We go room by room, and that way everything is selected before they start. So as you go, it's not like, okay, now it's time to pick out this. Now it's time to do this. So you're running all over the county trying to find something in a crunch. So this way you've had time to think it through, get the pricing, you know what you're getting, and kind of do it that way. It makes it easier for everyone. Me, contractor, homeowner, everyone involved.
Yes.
Yeah.
And speaking of pricing, I didn't even bring that up.
Yes.
I mean, that is a huge ordeal because you go into it and you're like, oh, okay, I have a budget of let's just say, $10,000,
Right.
and then you go and look at everything and it's going to be $20,000. How do you walk people through like their actual budget and holding them to that?
Yes. So since I only do mainly providing the cabinetry and countertop part of things, I usually get with the contractor to see what budget they've allotted for every single line item. And for there, sometimes it's realistic, sometimes it's not, let's be honest, depending on people's taste. I mean, of course, it's your house, you get what you want, but walking through the budget, it plays a big role step by step. So once you get to the end, you're not like, oh my gosh, we have to do everything again because this is double what I was expecting. So we really try to set the realistic expectation on the front end. Of course, prices increase, things are crazy, but try our best to stay within budget and at least work with the contractor and get the best deal. So that's the goal.
Oh, well, we love that. And I just want to know, because what you do sounds very fun.
It is, yeah.
And I want to know what your favorite part of the process is, your favorite thing to do.
Oh, interesting. No one's actually ever asked me that. I think my favorite part, I really love doing the cabinet layout and putting the accessories in and just kind of talking, but really I would say my favorite is probably meeting the clients. Seeing their existing house and the before and afters is what makes this crazy. And then the word of mouth and just seeing what our local contractors can do and work with us, it's beyond what a lot of people can imagine. So
there's a lot of moving pieces that go into it.
A ton of moving pieces.
I mean, whether it's a new construction or an existing home, I know that I'm one that goes to Joey and I'll say, hey, I want to redo this, and we can knock down this wall or put this there, and he's like, no, we can't.
Yes.
So I'm just going to start coming to you and telling you, and you can tell me what we can and can't do.
Absolutely. And a lot of time I have to call in reinforcements. I'm like, I'm just the designer. I don't knock down the walls, do all the things, but we can always get like engineers and all different kinds of people in here to see, is this wall holding up your roof, or can we just knock it down and have the open concept that everyone kind of dreams of these days?
Yeah. So it is, the open concept is the thing right now.
Yes, I feel like that's been a theme, or I don't know if you would even call it a trend, because it's came and it's never really gone away, and I don't know that it will, because a lot of these older homes, it's like almost boxes put together, room by room. So making it have an open flow feeling, it just makes your house seem bigger just by removing a couple walls. So,
all right, what is one, I'm going to ask two questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so for kitchen and bathroom, what is one thing that someone can do in their kitchen right now to make it more functional, or like an easy, quick tip?
I don't know if there's like a super easy thing other than adding organizers, but I will tell people that want just kind of an upfit without having to go through the whole construction phase, is just by updating your countertops and your backsplash, and maybe even like your cabinet handles, lighting, small things that you can kind of interchange here or there, makes such a big difference. Because the cabinetry is the biggest portion of your kitchen remodel. So if you kind of like how it is, as far as budget too, it helps save a little bit on the cost, and you can make it seem like a brand new space without having a whole new space actually gone through the process and the whole construction phase.
And you can do facelifts.
Yes,
correct?
absolutely.
To existing spaces. So
yes.
If you're like, I just want a facelift on my current kitchen, make it more up to date.
Yes.
They can come in and you can kind of do the drawings and kind of show them what it would look like.
Yes. So even if you don't get new cabinetry, we can still do the drawings using the existing cabinets in your house and kind of plug things in to see how you like it. Some people don't need that. Some people do. So depending on what people want, we can either take it or leave it.
So what would be one big tip for a bathroom facelift, or an easy something to just make it a little lighter and brighter?
Sure. I think painting the cabinetry and new countertops can be a big deal in there too. Once you get into tile in the showers, that can turn into a bigger project. Sure. But sometimes even taking down the shower curtain and replacing it with frameless glass can make such a big difference.
Yes. Hey, does this have you wanting to redo your kitchen and bathroom in your house right now? Because it has my wheels turning and all of the things that I want to do. I'm looking at all of this beautiful space and these cabinets and these countertops, and you're seeing it too. And I mean, does it have you wanting to do all of this? Because I know I do. And you have something super cool going on right now because you're trying to grow your social media page.
Yes, that's
right?
the goal, yes.
Yes, so what is your current goal?
So the goal is to get to at least 1,000 followers. More would be great, but just to really get the word out in the local community, let people know we're here, we're wanting to work for you, we're wanting to stay more local, so help us to do that.
Yeah, so if you have any projects going on, you need to follow Design to a T on Facebook. Help them get to over 1,000 likes on the page. And once you get to 1,000, you're doing something pretty cool.
Yes, I'm doing a giveaway basket. It's over $100 value, so lots of different kitchen gadgets, fun, nifty things that you'll just have to follow social media to follow along.
And it's tagged in the description, so be sure to click it and click like, so you can get up to your 1,000 and over.
Yes.
And I mean, the basket is beautiful and it has some really cool stuff in it. So I mean, super simple thing to do, and you could win something really great. So thank you so much.
Yes, thanks for being here.
Allowing us to come today and get to know your business and all of the amazing things that you're doing.
Absolutely.
And I mean, my wheels are turning. I'm excited to use you in the future, so
Yes.
I don't have to go through the mess of what I've had to go through in the past.
Yes.
Of coming up with my own stuff. And we will talk to you next week. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow, do all of the things. Come see Design to a T. You can call and make an appointment for a consultation. All the information is on the social media page that you're going to go like right now. And we will talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.